like looking back, I'm like, you're kind of stupid too. She's like doing this for like her senior thesis too, by the way, for just a school project. Is crazy. There were so many lists, I couldn't even keep up. It's so stupid. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Book-A-Ween video. I thought in this video we could tier rank every single thriller, horror, or mystery book I have ever read. If you see me looking down, I have my computer on my lap. I couldn't do it on my desk because the way that I looked stupid. I'm doing this on Canva. Sorry if it's like a little weird. Let's go through the tiers. So at the bottom was, what was the point? Literally, I guessed everything. The next one I have is lazy, boring, sloppy. Can anyone get that reference? The middle tier is she's just okay. The next one is my heart started racing. This one kind of got me. This one's a little scary, a little spooky. I don't know if I can handle this right now. And then the top one is Nancy Drew can't even solve this because it was too good that I couldn't even solve it. So she couldn't either. It's really like basically the same. Right, anyways, those are the tiers. Let's get started. The Maid by Nina Prose. She's just okay. This is like, I think considered like a cozy mystery. I don't know, I just don't think it was my kind of thing because you knew what was gonna happen like the entire time. I honestly, the only reason I really like this book is because of the main characters. The Couple Next Door by Sherry LaPena. I'm gonna put her in My Heart Started Racing. I know some people are gonna be like, this is like the most simple book ever. How did you not guess it? I'm fucking stupid. I never said I was smart. And I felt like it was fun, okay? Billy Summers by Stephen King. I'm also gonna put her in She's Just Okay. I do like this book. I really love the ending, the beginning. It is so painfully slow. He does a lot of setup in his books. And you know what? That's okay. It just takes a while to get there. And this one just, for me at least, I was like, can we hurry up? But once we got there, I was like, oh wait, this is kind of like Slay. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I am going to put her in My Heart Started Racing. This book is also really good. I feel like this is a kind of almost like a classic like mystery. I couldn't guess anything that was going to happen in this. It's like one of those where you're like, okay, something's a little like suspicious, but you don't know like exactly what is going on. Is this gonna play out how I think it is? And it never does. I think a lot of people know like the twist to it because it's so iconic for a reason, but I didn't know anything about it when I read it and I really liked it. I don't know why there's a little, don't know why that's there. The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I don't remember this one very well. I think I'm just gonna put her in She's Just Okay because truly I don't know if I remember this one. I kind of do. It's like these people all go to an island for a wedding and I think the groom goes missing or something. I honestly don't remember. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I am going to put her in, I think I'm also gonna put her in She's Just Okay. Can you tell that there's a lot of books I'm like meh about? I like the concept of it, like the concept of like the multiverse kind of, but it's definitely one of those books where it's, I think the execution of it all is just not my favorite. I may or may not have read another Blake Crouch book that will be coming up in a later Book-A-Ween video. Yeah, it's just okay. It's definitely not my favorite. I have read 2 Lisa Jewell books. I have read None of This Is True and Then She Was Gone. None of This Is True. Oh, is this the one? I think this is the one about the podcast. I don't remember exactly what happened, but like she like becomes obsessed with this podcast person. I'm gonna put her in She's Just Okay because honestly, I don't remember. Then She Was Gone has left an imprint in my soul because it is so, it's like borderline almost horror because it is so icky. The mystery part is not very mysterious. It's not about that. It is literally about the horror thriller aspects of it because what this lady does is fucking nuts and it felt real. Like I felt like I was reading a true crime book almost, and maybe that's why it made it really scary to me because it felt like something like real, like this could actually happen. So that book makes my skin crawl. I will probably never reread that book, and honestly I would put a viewer discretion on that book personally. Any book that like is like actually like realistic and could happen in day-to-day society, that's actually my nightmare. A lot of the books that I'm like, or they have like paranormal aspects too, you're like, okay, this isn't that scary, like I don't really care. But the ones that are like real are like, oh, this is like This is actually scary. None Shall Sleep by Ellie Marney. This is a YA, I think it's a duology. I have not read the other book. She's a survivor from a serial killer that has kidnapped her, and she kind of helps the FBI with teenage killers, I think. I do remember this one. I remember listening to the audiobook of this one, and this one is kind of also gonna gives me icky vibes in the sense where it's kind of, I think it's a little scary, honestly. For a YA story, it kind of got me. I would put this one in My Heart Started Racing too. Just because, is it my favorite thriller? Not necessarily, but it is kind of a scary book for a YA story. There were points I was like, oh, this is kind of a lot. Honestly, it's pretty damn good. Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam. I think I had to read this book for a blind date with a book video I did like forever ago. I'm putting this in What Was the Point? This is one of the worst like mystery thrillers I have ever read. There's so many like, I guess, unanswered questions, but it's also so boring. Nothing happens. And the ending is so weird and rushed, and like all these weird things start happening. You're like, I don't really understand this and I don't like it. Stupid. What was the point? Why did I read this? That's how I felt. Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. This one's really great. I'm gonna read this in My Heart Started Racing. It's kind of like National Treasures-esque. I really want to read the Da Vinci Code now because I heard that one really gives National Treasure vibes, and I feel like I would really like it. I really enjoyed it. I think some of the twist in there I just was not expecting. I have read 2 Alice Feeney books. I have read Daisy Darker and Rock, Paper, Scissors. Daisy Darker, I think I'm gonna put her in lazy, boring, sloppy. This book is just not that good. I guessed the twist so early on in the book, and I'm dumb. Like, I can never really guess a twist, but whenever I can guess it, that's when I'm like, oh, that's not... that's okay. I just don't care, you know? However, for Rock, Paper, Scissors, I'm gonna put that one in My Heart Started Racing. I don't think about this book very often, but it was like one of those twists where I was like, oh, that was good. The twist got me. I really, really like it. The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barn. The Naturals, the first book, is so good. This one got me out of a reading slump, I think. I'm gonna have to put the actual Naturals in Nancy Drew Can't Even Solve This. Like, it's so good. For a YA story, it is so good. I could never guess what was going to happen. I was shook when I found out about it. Killer Instincts is the second one. I might put this one in She's Just Okay. I think the topic is kind of crazy in this one, but like I don't really remember a lot about it. All In is so good. This is the one where like a lot of shit happens and goes down. I'm putting that one in My Heart Started Racing. Bad Blood is the 4th book and the final book in the series. It has to go in Nancy Drew Can't Even Solve This. It is so I think this is the only book in the series I actually gave 5 stars because it was so fun. I love the characters. I love this little world. I think the concept of the Naturals is really cool, where it's like all of these kids are like recruited by the FBI and have like special abilities to kind of like help solve the cold cases, and then like they get involved with like the active ones. It's just so fun. 12 by Jennifer Lynn Barnes is a novella based after 4 or 5 years after Bad Blood. They were like adults now. This book is so pointless. I'm gonna just put her in lazy, boring, sloppy. If you like the series, I would say yeah, go ahead and read it, but like if you are like, oh, it's okay, like it's not my favorite, I would skip it. Like it's just not that good. It's kind of boring. I feel like there's just nothing really to that one. The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. I'm putting this in What Was the Point? I think a lot of people are gonna be pissed off. So I read this book because Janelle, if you don't know who Janelle is, she's one of my best friends. I've read her favorite books before. She read this book and was like, this is one of the worst books I've ever read. I want you to read it. And I was like, say no more. Like, I have to do it. I read it and I was like, yeah, this is so bad. Every twist is so easily detectable. Everyone is like, oh my god, I never guessed that. I can't say anything because I'm also a blind person, but y'all are like, y'all need to go get your eyes checked because I saw that a mile away. What was the point? There was none. The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. And I'm gonna put her in My Heart Started Racing. It's really good. This one's about like a summer camp and the founder's daughter goes missing. And there's like so many perspectives. There's so much setup to that when the reveal happens, you're like, Okay, that's really good. That 8. Let's go into the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. So the first one, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I'm gonna put her in My Heart Started Racing. I really liked this one. I felt like it was really fun. Basically, we're following our main character, Pip, who is a teen detective. She's Nancy Drew. She's trying to solve this big case that happened in her town because she doesn't believe that the person who murdered this other person was actually the murderer. She's like doing this for like her senior thesis too, by the way. She getting involved for just a school project is crazy. For the beginning of this series, very good. Good Girl Bad Blood, I think I'm gonna put that one in She's Just Okay. In this one, we're following Pip. She started her podcast. One of her friends' brother goes missing. He asks her to help solve it and try to help find him. But this one gets a little bit more crazier. This one's a little bit more, not like an old case, like an active case. So that was pretty fun. As Good as Dead is the last book in this trilogy. And unfortunately, I am putting her in What Was the Point? So deeply disappointing to me because Pip is kind of dealing with some traumatic things. She doesn't get any help. If anything, it escalates even more. The ending is so unsatisfactory and also it gets boring. The end, when this big thing gets revealed, the last half of the book is so pointless and boring. Honestly, I just like hated it. The Last Word by Taylor Adams. I'm putting this in Nancy Drew Can't Even Solve This. There were so many fucking twists. I couldn't even keep up. Like, I was like, what is going on? Basically, we were following this girl who is living in this, I think she's like helping house sit or something. She rates this author's book 1 star. The author goes and tries to find her and to kill her because of this review. And I think the concept is really funny, low-key, but the story itself is very eerie, it's very thriller-y. One of my favorites for sure. The Good Lie by A.R. Torr. I kind of remember this one. Oh wait, no, I do remember this one. Oh wait, no, she's a psychologist for crazy people. Like people who have like murderous tendencies or like criminal tendencies or something. And she's looking into this case where this kid has come back from his disappearance. And she doesn't believe though that kid got disappeared by a different people. Huh? This book's so confusing, actually. And this lawyer guy also gets brought. It's so stupid. The whole ending made me so mad. I literally was like, what was the point? Especially with one character. One character's motivations behind everything makes literally no sense. This one makes me mad. Even explaining it, I'm getting mad. Like, I'm just like, this book is so pointless. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of people also like this one. I think it's so dumb. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. I think I'm gonna put her in She's Just Okay. I think the end twist of it all is pretty good. There's a lot of red herrings in this book, so it's really cool to kind of like figure out what the actual truth is, I guess. But I feel like the beginning setup of everything is just kind of like, it's very slow, but once the reveal actually does happen, it's really fun. It's really cool. The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I'm just gonna put this one in lazy, boring, sloppy. I don't absolutely hate this book, but I definitely don't like it. I don't know if this is like spoiling something, but this one kind of has like paranormal like twist, I guess. It was so dumb. I don't like when books do that. I feel like it's kind of a cop-out. It's not scary and it's not thrillery to me anymore. It's just dumb. The Dollhouse Academy by Margarita Montemor. I'm gonna put this in She's Just Okay. It's definitely not my favorite. I love the setup though. One of them has recently been admitted into this acting academy and is like really prestigious, like not a lot of people get into it. And the other perspective are like these journal entries. It has been to the academy for a really long time and it's kind of reflecting on her experience at the Dollhouse Academy and like some of the weird things that have happened there. I think this concept is so cool. Like it was such a good setup. The ending was so bad though. That's like the main thing I have figured out with thrillers for me. It's either the setup is really good but then the ending is like really like or kind of like bad, or the beginning is super slow and it's hard for me to follow but the ending twist was really good. It's one or the other. None of it can just be like all really good for me. But I was really sad because I was like really like eating this one up, but I felt like the twist was stupid. The Villa by Rachel Hawkins. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember this one like at all. I was going through my Goodreads and I was like, when the f did I read this? I feel bad even putting it in the bottom tier because I truly don't remember this one like at all. I'm just gonna put this one in its own category. This is the one that it's like, I forgot category. I know there's like 2 timelines. I think they're in Italy. I don't remember anything else. Last but certainly not least, we are getting into all of the Freida McFadden books I've read. I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and start with Never Lie. I love Never Lie. It like caught me off guard so bad. This one I think is truly one of her best books. I'm putting this one in Nancy Drew Can't Even Solve This. I know some people are like, how the f did you not get that? It's so simple, it's so easy, but like, I think I also read this at a time where I was just getting right back into thrillers. Freida McFadden's a very good author if you're just getting back into reading. I low-key want to reread it just to see if there's any like subtle foreshadowing for like seeing what's going to actually happen. I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb and I never got it, but I think it's so good. I think it's one of her best. The Inmate, I'm putting this one in Lazy, Boring, Sloppy. This one is just like not that good. The main character is so dumb. Just the concept of it all too just pisses me off. Why would you do this? It's basically this girl, she works at the prison her ex-boyfriend who tried to kill her is at, and she's like, oh, I'll never see him, and then she sees him and she's like, oh, I'm like, duh, you're the nurse. Duh. It tries to gaslight you so hard because like in the book it's like her memory lapse and you're like, is it her? Like, is it truly like, did she forget? I'm like, this is so stupid. Piss me off. Ward D. I think the twist of it all was pretty cool, pretty crazy. This character also kind of pissed me off. I think I'm just gonna put her in She's Just Okay. I think if you want more of like a horror-y vibe, this one is it because she's working at like a psych ward. And like I think her like ex-best friend who tried to kill her. Why are these people working in places where like someone who tried to kill them is there? I don't get it. But this one is more fun, I feel like. This one's like really cool. Okay, The Housemaid. I've only read the first 2. I've not read the third one. I do want to because I actually really enjoyed the Housemaid series so far. The first one got my ass good, okay? I'm gonna put this one in My Heart Started Racing. The people that she has working for, like the mom's like really weird, kind of like sketchy. And she's kind of just giving Millie like kind of weird vibes, but like she has to stay at the house with them, and like where she stays is like in the attic upstairs, and like the door only locks from the outside. But the twist got my ass good. The Housemaid's Secret, again, I also really enjoyed. I really liked this one. I'm gonna also put this one in My Heart Started Racing. This one I kind of guessed more of like what was going to happen, but I think it's really like fun to kind of see how it gets resolved and stuff. This is my final tier ranking list. The Poor Villa. I truly need to just reread it because I don't remember ever reading that. Because I feel bad putting her in any other ones because I feel like I read this. It was on my Goodreads. How was it there? Oh my god, what if I got hacked? Scary. I need to get like more back into thrillers. I feel like I've kind of been like off of it, but I need to get back into it for like the spooky season. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!